Howdy all, and welcome to part 28 of my playthrough of the survival sandbox game Conan Exiles. In this particular playthrough, the main thing that I'm going to be doing is finishing off the adventurer journey. If you see up there in the upper right-hand corner, I have the next stage is to access or place a map room. And then after that, to finish it out, we actually have to travel to an obelisk using the map room. Not like actually just ride out to an obelisk. You actually have to teleport to one of the obelisks. In advance of placing down the map room, I went ahead and I built this platform that is extra large and still will be just barely large enough to contain the map room. You know, instead of doing a single square, with the 3 triangles next to it and then, looping that all the way around, it's double squares with 3 triangles. So it is a big, big platform. It will still just barely fit. We need to make the things that we're going to be using to make the platform, which is primarily corrupted stone, which is made at the alchemy bench. Or the alchemist's bench, which is right here. If I look at the recipes, you can see there's the corrupted stone. I did go out and harvest because there's so much stone right around here, everywhere in the exiled lands, of course, but right around here particularly. I just grabbed a whole bunch of stone. You need a lot of ichor and a lot of demon blood, as you can see in the recipe here. It's 1 each, apparently. Which is weird. Oh, I guess it must be the limit of the amount of demon blood that I have in there, because I got 900 and something stone. But, you know what? I just realized that I don't want to craft 400, because there's no point in it. So I'm going to just take out 2 of these batches of demon stone. And now I can make exactly 200 corrupted stone, which is exactly what I need. Oh, that ain't fast. Alright, so I think I probably need to figure out something else to do while that is all being crafted. Let's just look at the map room. I know I need some crystal, which I think is in one of these chests. There we go. Oh, wrong chest. I think it said 10, but I'm not sure. I could certainly check right now, but I'm just going to grab 50. I guess I do need to check because I don't remember what the other thing is. Oh, look, there's a map room. I need 75 alchemical base and 35 iron reinforcements. All right. We'll get rid of that. You can see how big the map room is. I'll just bring that back up here. It completely fills up the building. Like, there's, no way you could put it here. 75 alchemical base. Grab that. And 35, I think it said. Iron reinforcements. Come out here to the blacksmith's bench. I'll take 40. I have no idea how much the corrupted stone weighs. That might actually be overkill, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is to be able to align it properly, I could just stand right at the edge here and hope, but conveniently, I built this thing right here, so I can look right down onto the platform when I'm going to build it. In the meantime, what I think I'll do is I'll take a quick look over here at the tavern and see if anybody's shown up. I mean, I don't really need to recruit anybody, but it's always a good idea. Is there nobody here? I mean, I've only been logged in for about 5 minutes, but still. Nothing? Nobody? Wow. So, one of the things the devs did, they put through a hotfix patch a few days ago that supposedly fixed a few things that needed to be fixed. 2 of them were with 2 of the quests you can do to get the 2 companions, Freya and Lufey. I haven't done those, and I'm probably not going to by the time I'm finished with this series, which might be this week. It also might be next week. Starting on June 5th, I will be able to play about a week early the game Conan Exiles. Not Conan Exiles, I'm in Conan Exiles. The game Dune Awakening. So what I think I'm going to do is put a pause on this one or just stop it altogether, either with this episode, this part, or the next one, and start a Dune Awakening series that begins right at the very beginning. I didn't play any of the betas. I've watched a lot of videos, but I haven't played the game. So it will be absolutely brand new to me and to anybody who's watching the playthroughs. But one of the things I mentioned about the hotfix here in Conan Exiles is that they fixed one of the problems with the NPCs showing up at your tavern, which was occasionally some of them would show up and not really, like they didn't know where they were, and they would either and they would teleport off to the coordinates 000, which is, as I recall, it's like right here, where my cursor is on the map. It's up here in the Highlands, somewhere on the east side of the Northern Aqueduct. I don't think it's as far up as here. As I recall, it's like either right here or right here. You know, somewhere in this stretch of landscape. One of the things that I noticed is that sometimes I would have NPCs show up and just stand outside the tavern. They didn't go in, again, as though they didn't know where in the landscape they had actually appeared. And so they didn't know what to do to go anywhere else. I think that may have been the same problem. I'm wondering, now that I've been here for, 8 minutes, and not a single NPC has shown up, whether that quote-unquote fix has really fixed things, as it were. As in, screwed it up. So, we'll see. Once we get the map room out and we do our teleportation thing, if it's more than 15 minutes and nobody has shown up in the tavern, then definitely the tavern system is screwed up. Alright, how much of this have we got done? Oh, wow, that didn't take that long at all. Alright. And wait, and... oh, these things don't weigh much of anything. Alright, cool. So now let's go build that map room. Alright, up on the platform, just because of how deep this is, you can see the very tall pillars used to support the weight of whatever's going on here so that I can actually build something on here. Alright, let's go to the crafting tool, and you can see that just... I think I can move it this way a smidge. There. I now have a map room. So if I go to any of these pillars. I can teleport to this one because it's the one in the unnamed city. And I did foolishly learn that the wrong time. I can't teleport to this one because I don't know the one that's up by the Mounds of the Dead. I can go to this one. I think that must be the stronghold over there. Clail's stronghold. I can teleport to this one. That's the Skulker's End. You know, just above the Delver... not the Delver, the Dreg's Dungeon. I've got this one. That's the one that's over by the sinkhole. And then I don't think I know any of the others. Yeah, so it's not showing me where these are. Because I don't know them. Alright, where are the stairs? There they are. Okay. So now I'm pretty sure that followers will come along with you. What have you got for food? Oh, you got plenty. I'm not really going to be fighting it. You know what? Do I want to go into the spider cave? So if I teleport all the way out to... So if I go to the closest one, to Clail's Stronghold right here, I can just ride right back in minutes. If I go all the way out to the sinkhole, I could ride out to Scuttler's Shortcut, go into the Demon Spider Queen, and again get whatever the Demon Spider Queen has for for a legendary in her chest. And that would give me some things to do. You know, I could actually, you know what, I could stop here, fight the giant croc, get some more. Yeah, you know, I think that's what I'll do. All right, assuming again this works out properly. And to do that, let's have Kuro Akama follow me. All right, folks. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, if I am actually going to have Bav do any fighting, and I think I want to load her up with some appropriate buffs. Alright, I will have the Hearty Feast. And we'll take out some... Alright, I heard her come in. Oh, there she is. Alright, get that cooked pork and the salted pork. Put those back in. Do I have any Tears of Gullah? I do. I don't have any Elixir of Might or Black Lotus Potion or Gray Lotus Potion. So let's do, well, since it's the first one right there, let's do Black Lotus. And where's Bav? There she is. Where'd my Black Lotus Potion go? Right there. And since we're right here, I might as well make sure she's all loaded up. If we are going to be taking on giant crocs and so on, she is going to take damage, so... Alright. Now let's head back out. And do that teleportation thing. Alright, I want the furthest one out that I know how to get to, which is this one. Yes. And you just... No, you don't just click on it. You... E to activate it? There you go. Little Star Trek sparkly effects later, and boom, I'm out in the corruption. Let's get out of the corruption. And your followers do not follow you. Well, that sucks. Oh no, there they are. Oh, cool. Alright. Let's head, as you've seen me do before, down here, past all of these rock noses. All right. That guy. Well, okay. I mean, again, I really don't need the Ichor. Alright, well, we'll head up here, go get Mr. Crocodile. Oop. Almost went the wrong way. Back out to the river. Go get him. Well, I got one Sunder in on him. Uh-oh. Run away. Big tail swipe. Alright, I managed to get 2 or 3 Sunders in on him. Let's see. Do I have... I do not have a skinning knife currently equipped. Let's put it there because I'm certainly not going to need to build anything out here. Yeah, I'll just take all of that. And we'll start loading that stuff up here on Kuro Akama. Particularly the perfected heavy padding, which is very, well, heavy. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Get on the horse. Proceed to probably run into everything on my way down through here. So I recall the last time I did this, I said don't get on your horse because you're going to run into everything. Like that. Alright, we'll ride past all those other crocs to get our way up to the next giant croc. Oh no! Not paying attention, ran over a baby deer. And an adult deer. Steering is hard. That's his Little hangout cavern overhang thing right in front of us. Probably gonna have to kill that croc. Nope, or not. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the daggers. There you go, buddy. Come on.
You picked the wrong fight.
Get a few bleeds on him here. Oh. Oh, okay, I think he's already knocked her into... Oh, don't come after me. Just because I'm the only one who's apparently doing damage to you. Come on, Bav. Get out of the sand. There you go.
Taste death. God take you. God take you.
Oh, coming after me again? Ah. Oh, it's Bav's stuck in the sand. That's
Curse
right.
you.
There you go. Nope. Nope. Come on, Bav. Get out of the sand. There you go. It's like 5% health back. Come on. There we go. Alright, so much for that plan of hauling him all the way out so that Bav doesn't get stuck in the sand. Oh well. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Alright. You know what? It's 23 minutes now. Do I go in and get... Yeah, I go in and get the legendary chest. That makes more sense than just running over to take out the Rhino King. If it turns out I call it right after fighting the Demon Queen, Demon Spider Queen, well, that's what happens. In which case, I need to put a torch in here. All right, there's a couple of spiders. There's... Oh! There's another spider. Alright. Getting a little dark. Let's get the torch out. And again, I don't need really any more ichor. Come on. There you are. So I'll just run right through here, blasting spiders until I get to the end. Oh, missed it.
Die!
Alright. That was rather clumsy. Okay. Oh. Could sworn I dodged that one. Apparently not. We got these two guys. Uh-huh. Oh, you got me in here. Oh well. Did you kill this other one, or is it still on? Nope, it's over here. Okay. We're down at the Demon Spider Queen's lair. There's this one guy over here to the left. Go get her. Wait for the purple corruption. Oh. Right out of the gate.
You picked the wrong fight!
Sunder on there.
Die!
Move to the daggers. Get some bleed on there.
God take you! You picked the wrong fight! Die! Taste death!
And, get out pickaxe, or the pick, because she's going down fast. Alright, what do we got? We got, what is that, the, Battle Axe of the Berserkers. It's an okay axe. The one pretty cool benefit to it is it has shield smash. That's not what I wanted to do. Which means you can smash through enemies' shields and actually inflict damage, even if they would otherwise normally block your blow. Which is kind of cool, but starting out at like 64, I think it was, damage for a legendary is not insane. So I'm probably going to break that down to get the star medal out of it. Come on, there we go. Get that stamina back all the way up so I don't run out of it while I'm running out of the cave. So you notice I still have a little bit of corruption. If you look up at my HUD down there, right in the middle, it's not much. I got out of the corruption of that obelisk really quickly. There's another way. If I continue the sorcery it's not really a journey. If I continued learning all of the spells in sorcery, I would eventually get to the very last one, which is how to make a transportery stone. And that's another way to teleport around the map. It's a little bit more convenient than the map room because you're not limited to just being able to use the obelisks. You go to where you want to go and place down another, basically sorcerer's circle where you want to go, and that becomes one of as many as you want, really, different locations that you can teleport to or transport. So, much more convenient in that regard. However, it has one massive drawback, and that is you wind up gaining an amount of corruption based on how far away you teleport. And the minimum is something like 20 to 25% of your health and stamina. Oh, I'm up on the wrong one. Well, I guess I can keep going this way. With, I think it maxes out at, in one shot, you can lose, well, not lose, but have corrupted 50% of your health and stamina. So it's, you know, it's a choice. You essentially have to place a dancer at every one of the end circles of your transportery stone. Otherwise, you're just not going to recover from your corruption. So it's cool. I've done a playthrough where I put those all over the map. I hear Gator. There's Gator. But, you know, it's... You know, I guess it is more convenient than actually just going to an obelisk. Put some sunder on him too then, I guess. This is a rhino, he's got heavy armor. That's going to help a lot more than the bleeds. Looks like I can use some drink. Oh, what do you have for the regular stuff? Yeah, I'll take all of that. Oh. And now I do want the skinning knife. And I could use a pick. Anything will take stuff off of them, but the skinning knife is going to get me the most hide. You know, thick hide and rhino hide. Alright, we are at 33 minutes. And there isn't anything really that I want to fight until I get back to my place. So I think I am going to call it here. And like I said, this is either going to be the last one for a while, or it's going to be the next to the last one, depending upon whether I can actually get a Dune Awakening video created before next Friday. So either I will see you next Friday with another one of these, or I will see you next Friday with a Dune Awakening video. Otherwise, I will see you next Friday. In the meantime, if you liked this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, give it the dislike. Give us that engagement one way or the other. As far as engagement goes, please, if you have any sort of question, comment, or any about this video or anything we do at Nerd Caliber, please leave it in the comment section below. And in the meantime, stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.